In a single moment, everything was gone. But sometimes, it's from the ashes of tragedy that a new strength is born. Welcome to Life Spark Narratives, the channel where true stories of courage, hope, and transformation come alive. If you believe that life always gives us a second chance, stay with us until the end. We're about to share a story that will redefine what you think is possible. Imagine this. One moment, life is moving along just as you planned. The next, it all shatters. It happened without warning, a tragic accident that changed everything. The world became a blur of sirens, flashing lights, and then ... complete silence. The next conscious thought was in a hospital bed, waking up to a reality where not just the body was broken, but the spirit was too. Facing a future with no job, no home, and seemingly no reason to believe that life could ever be the same again. It felt like the end of the road. The days that followed turned into an endless cycle of pain, tears, and overwhelming doubt. The nights were even worse, haunted by the memory of what was lost. To the outside world, to the doctors, to friends and family, it seemed impossible. The consensus was clear. He would never stand on his own 2 feet again. The future looked like a long, dark tunnel with no light at the end. But in the deepest, quietest moments of despair, a single thought began to echo, a tiny spark in the darkness. If I'm still alive, if I survive this, maybe it means I still have a purpose. That one thought changed everything. It was the beginning of a new journey, a climb back into the light. It started with one small, excruciating movement, then another. The path was anything but easy. Physical therapy sessions were grueling, pushing body and mind to their absolute limits. There were countless setbacks, days when the pain was so intense that giving up felt like the only option. But then came the small victories. A flicker of movement in a limb, the ability to sit up for a few seconds longer, the first assisted step. Each one was a monumental achievement, a testament to an unbreakable will to rise. It wasn't just about walking again. It was about reclaiming a life that had been so violently taken away. As weeks turned into months, something incredible began to happen. With time, strength returned, and not just to the body. A deeper, more profound strength started to grow in the soul. Every scar, once a painful reminder of the accident, transformed into a symbol of resilience. Each one told a story, not of what was lost, but of what was endured. Survival, he realized, is not a sign of weakness or something to be pitied. It is a source of immense power. Instead of hiding from the world and the stares of others, he made a conscious choice to face it head-on, with a newfound courage he never knew he possessed. Slowly but surely, people around him began to notice a shift. His story was no longer one of pain and loss, but one of inspiring rebirth. And that brings us to today. He now stands before others, not as a victim defined by a single tragic event, but as a powerful voice of hope and possibility. He shares his story openly, not to dwell on the darkness, but to illuminate the path for others who may be lost in their own struggles. He reminds every person he meets that true survival isn't about what you've lost. It's about what you've gained from the journey. It's about the resilience you discover, the perspective you gain, and the purpose you find. He took his deepest pain and transformed it into his greatest purpose. He turned tragedy into triumph. Sometimes life has to break you before it can show you how strong you truly are. Surviving tragedy doesn't make you broken, it makes you unstoppable. If this story touched your heart and inspired you, please show your support by liking this video, sharing it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribing to Life Spark Narratives. Together, let's keep spreading these incredible stories of strength, hope, and the profound beauty of never, ever giving up. Thank you for watching.